Alright, so here's homework 1, and if you scroll down you will find the section Programming Practice. Every single homework will have its own section of Programming Practice, which will include a couple of problems, 2 to 3 coding problems, and this is the one that we will use in this series of videos. So the first problem that we have here is called the personal information, which asks us to print the name, address, including city, state, and zip code, phone number, and the college major, each on a separate line on the screen. Now the trick here is that it asks you, even though you are going to display each one on a separate line, you will need to use a single print line statement to write this. So we will start with a simple approach, which is to use a separate statement for each of these printed information, and then we will see how can we combine them into a single statement. So I'm going to create here in home CS1440 homeworks, homework 1. I will select the folder, and then I will create my project homework 1 codes, and here inside that I'm going to create a new class which I'm going to call personal information for the first problem. If I open this, double click, it's going to open my editor, and here what I can do is to take that part here and I can throw it at that corner, so this way we can view everything at the same time. Now here there is a lot of things already provided with BlueJ. We will ignore that for now. We are going to delete everything, and what we are going to do is just to keep our class, which is the personal information, which, if you remember, must match the name of the file that you have here, the .java file that you created. They must match. Now inside this I'm going to create my first method, which is the main method, public static void main method and string args, and then I will create the opening and closing curly braces, not to forget them, and create any syntax errors. So this way I just write inside these two curly braces. Now the first thing we want to do is to print the name, so we are going to use system.out.println, and here I'm going to put the name, let's say Basit Hamza, and don't forget the semicolon. Then I'm going to copy this right here, for example the address, Appalachian State without a comma, University, Boone, North Carolina 28608, and then another one for the phone number. Let's say here it starts with 828-266-0000, and then one last sentence, a statement to print the major, which is computer science. So here I will remove any extra spaces we don't need, and then what you need to do is to compile and run, and then it's going to print that. So Basit Hamza and everything. Now how can we make this whole thing into a single or using a single print line statement or statement? So in this case what you need to do is to put everything in a single statement, which we can do like this here, right? If you remember, we can use the plus operator, which concatenates the strings. So we can do this, we can use that here, another one, plus, and the last one here I can do the computer science part. Alright, so now we have everything in the same statement, but does that mean it's going to be printed in a separate line? The answer is no. It's going to be printed on the single line here. Now then how can we create a separate line? To do this, what we need to do is to use, if you remember, the escape characters, which is \n for new line, and we can do this after each of these printed lines, and this would give us the required output as you see here. So that's how we would program this.